What I think a lot of modern readers don't realize is that an unreliable narrator is not a liar. An unreliable narrator is something that an author can execute when your book's typically in first person, which is the person that is telling you the story, the character that is speaking to the audience, will often recollect things or describe things in a way that is not 100% accurate. One of the most famous examples of this is Alita. In the book, the main narrator is talking about his experiences grooming a child. He is a predator, but the way he writes the book describes it as if it is a romantic love story. If you pick apart his words, you can see the reality. You can see this poor girl who is scared and traumatized deeply. But if you take him at complete face value, it's a love story. Another popular idea of the unreliable narrator is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This main character is an unreliable narrator because he is in love with a few different characters in the book and looks up to them and really dances over their worst traits because he likes them so much. And again, if you look through the cracks, you can see exactly how awful all these people are. But because our main character reveres them so much, if you read the book at face value, you see how wonderful and amazing and artsy these group of people are, instead of the selfish assholes that they are in actuality. But what I think has happened is that a lot of people have taken the concept of an unreliable narrator and pushed it to the point where they are kind of assuming that a lot of people are just straight up lying in their books, that a lot of narrators are just straight up lying to the audience. And there is a distinct difference between a narrator that straight up tells the reader something that is not happening and an unreliable narrator. An unreliable narrator is giving their explicit point of view. Their point of view can be wrong, but it's not a lie because they mean it. This point of view is the truth to the narrator. They are telling you what happened according to them. It's just that they are also a fully fleshed person with their own point of view, and their point of view is not objective. A liar, though, is just a liar, and you don't want to read 300 pages of a liar because then the story is not substantial. The story is not tangible. It plays with you as an audience. I consider it mean as an author myself. I consider it very mean to just write a book full of lies because your audience is there to engage with the story meaningfully, and there are much better ways to do an unreliable narrator. But I also think this has turned audience analysis into kind of a mess, especially if you tell someone that a book has an unreliable narrator. I think a lot of people who are not used to reading a lot of literature will take that and run with it. It's like really hard to talk to some people about books such as Lolita or The Secret History because they will come up with these wild, insane theories that don't make any sense, towards the book, but I guess they could work because it's an unreliable narrator. We don't know what the truth is. No, but we know enough, right? The best example I have for this is on TikTok. I saw someone theorizing that the character of Francis was not real in The Secret History, that this whole character was not real. Like a whole character that has a whole life, who goes to a hospital after an injury, who gets married, who's featured in another one of Donna Tartt's books as a cameo. This whole guy is fake, is a figment of our main character's imagination. That doesn't make any sense. I understand theories can be fun and cool, and I like that people are engaging with reading enough to come up with a theory, don't get me wrong, but there is just the fact that an unreliable narrator is not gonna straight up lie to you about the existence of an entire character with a life, with multiple scenes, with a history, with a this. That's not how this works. The reason Fight Club works for this character not being real and for having an unreliable narrator is because it is made extremely clear in the text why Tyler Durden exists, what his deal is, and also makes it clear he's not real by how he interacts with the world and the people, which is the fact he doesn't. I just feel like certain literary terms get grabbed on and ran with, and we have to start figuring out how to use them for their actual meanings, because I really want people to enjoy reading and to read more and to read intelligently. But for that to happen, you have to actually know what you're talking about, and an unreliable narrator is not a liar like that. They are subjective. They are ruined by their own personal experiences. They, I guess, are telling you not the truth, but it's not on purpose. It's because it's their truth. That's extremely different than, I guess, Francis from The Secret History not existing.